All right, so let's get to the topic. So Steve Stout was on the Rap Radar podcast talking about how Jay-Z ghost wrote Still Dre. We always thought he wrote just one part of this. Turns out he did more. Let's take a look.
I said, Jimmy, I can get Jay. I'm going to ask Jay to write it. Great. And Jay wrote those rhymes, and he wrote Snoop's part. Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe he wrote the Lolos and the this and that. And then niggas try to be the king, but the ace is back. It's like this guy's out of bounds. His talent is just out of bounds. He's writing Dr. Dre and Snoop's part.
So Snoop had no issues? Snoop just ran with it?
Snoop had no issues, spit the rhyme, as is.
Are you surprised to hear this, or is this something you could have known from just being a rap nerd?
Which part? That
he also wrote for Snoop.
I think that's
okay, that's the part
revelation.
that's confusing me here. What is Snoop's part on Still Dre Day? You talking about the 4 bars? Right?
But still, even that record and the fact that
like
Jay
2
is writing
bars.
for Snoop.
Okay, so let me tell you what I thought as an MC. And I love hearing these stories. I love these stories. But when we learned that Hov wrote this song as an MC, you would imagine that, just listening to it, you can tell he wrote the whole thing. And Snoop's part sounded like a post decision. It sounded like, all right, I wrote this, maybe it's fly if you say that, or maybe as he's writing it, he incorporated that part for Snoop, but I don't look at that as he wrote a verse for Snoop, or he wrote for Snoop. That's Snoop doing what he got to do in the studio. That's all of them geniuses doing what they got to do in the studio to make the best record. And I'm not shocked that Snoop participated in that. That was Hov. That was peak Hov, peak Dre. That was Snoop as a killer. I'm not shocked he did that at all. Like niggas that aren't that prideful and egocentrical or whatever the fucking word is, they have zero problem checking their ego at the door and doing whatever you got to do in the studio to make the best record. So that wasn't shocking to me. It was more shocking to me that a lot of people had no idea that Hov wrote this. That was pretty shocking. I like the story of how it came together with Steve saying, Dre is so dope, he could pick a single off just a beat. So he was running around with a CD of 5 Dre beats, and he was just real excited to have it. And then he played it at a studio session somewhere. So the culmination of some of these records, to hear the story so many years later, I always love that.
I was really, even though you said it was no surprise to you, I was surprised that, at least at that time, that Snoop would even be down with that. It's as an MC, and Snoop is an MC. For him to check his pride at the door and be like, nah, this shit's hot, I'm gonna rock with it. I think that was very telling of not only how good of an artist he is to see when something is good and not get in the way of it, but also to at least acknowledge the fucking just grace of Jay and how good he was writing that time. So when I see that, I look at Snoop more than I look at anyone else. And for him to say, you know what, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with this, I'm gonna rock with it, and now we get to hear it. I don't know, it might have been interpreted different, and maybe you could add some insight to that. I think it might have been interpreted different if we knew that then, as opposed to now. I think now it's like a oh shit moment. Back then, even though it wasn't like something that you thought Snoop was doing a standout verse on, and you were like, oh, he didn't do that?
Well, you gotta remember that today is different. And today we want to know who wrote what, who participated on what, with all of the allegations and the ghostwriting. But back then, when you ghost wrote, yeah, a lot was put into the word ghost. Like you didn't share it, you didn't express that, it was a secret. So I like that they come out all of these years later. I don't know if I would have wanted to hear this story when this song was released. It maybe affect what the song did.